Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. Blowing like it better take a walk. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall.
We outline players up in chalk.
Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. Line is tall. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall.
Sound the alarms, everybody, what's going on? Nitty gritty, we that Niners talk. The Bop is back in the building. What Moses knows is back in the building. Crystal Peachy B is back in the building. Shout out to our brother Fair, who's not back in the building. What's going on out there? How y'all feeling on this Monday evening? East Coast, West Coast, worldwide.
Prestige worldwide. Why?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's what's up. It's good to hear that you're doing pretty good.
Yes.
You know? I like to hear that. Mose, how you feeling over
Hey,
there?
man, listen, I'm just trying to keep my spirits up so I don't slap nobody, okay?
Whoopsh. Woo! You don't watch just you know what? If you did, it'll be one of these. It's on, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just trying to keep the peace.
I hear you, brother.
And I'm just trying to make sure that my spot in heaven is secured. I don't want to slap nobody and lose my blessing. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, praise God.
Amen.
I
hope he get into heaven after that slap, because that was an almighty. That was one of those. You know what? That's not that show. We can talk about
Not that show.
Yeah, it's not that show, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Nitty Gritty Niners Talk. Not after dark. We are on dark. We are before dark. This is what we're gonna talk about on tonight. All right. So we're gonna talk about another person that needs to be slapped, and that's the general manager, John Lynch. I feel like he deserves a slap, and I'm talking about in the place where he just needs to be slapped. Let's do the formalities. Let's go ahead and get through it. Like, comment, subscribe, YouTube, bing, 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 bing. Hit the thumbs up. You see what Moses is doing out there, youtube.com/Wayne Breezy. I just want to send a super shout out to all the members that we currently have now that are members. Shout out to you. Don't forget, if you are one of the more exclusive $4.99 members, you guys can shop and save 10% on the apparel. So make sure you take advantage of that cool little perk. Those that are not, thank you. We appreciate it. And if you're not a member, join today. Shout out to everybody that is a Patreon member. Oh man, I love the content that's going on there. It's real crazy right now. So shout out to everybody that's patreon.com/Wayne Breezy. You already know what time it is. You can follow this show at NGN Talk on Twitter and IG. So make sure you do that. And you can also give us follows as well on our personal pages. You know what I'm saying? Follow and subscribe as well on Facebook at NGN Talk. Shout out to Miss Debbie, the administrator over there, who's doing a tremendous job. You do a tremendous job. As always, hats off to you, Miss Debbie. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep up the great work. I haven't heard who the monthly giveaway is going to be because it's the end of the month. So I'm excited to know who that monthly winner is going to be. You can email us at nittygrittyniners@gmail.com. All right. And for those that don't have, man, it's so cold now. My nose is running. I feel like Roscoe. For those that don't have the 10% coupon, you can still shop at nittygrittyninershop.com. Support the brand, support the channel, do all that good stuff, man. All right, man. I think those are the formalities. Let's go ahead. Let's do our quick sponsors. Shout out. Let's do our first sponsor. Who we got going on first? Peachy. Let's go with Raise. Raise is our sponsor today.
All right.
Let's go ahead and talk about Raise. Oh man, look at this cool stuff. I'm digging these colors.
We are proud to be sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks. They're unique and have many flavors to choose from, like this week's featured flavor, Sour Rainbow. They provide clean energy with max recovery and insane focus. You shouldn't have to settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, opt for the smart choice with the #1 fan-voted energy drink on the market to date with Ray's Energy, because we are raising the bar with Ray's Energy. Use the code name Drink Breezy to save on your purchase.
Bam! Drink Breezy. Hey, Mose. That looks good. What flavor is that too, by the way? Just curious.
Wait, sorry there. I was muted. My daughter had walked in the room. Oh, goodness gracious. I was so worried about my poses that I forgot to unmute myself. My apologies. ladies and gentlemen, is Galaxy Burst.
Ooh.
But I think I might have to get my hands on that sour rainbow.
Yeah, that looks good. I agree.
All right, man. There we go.
I
All right,
agree.
so guys, listen. A lot of news to talk about today. This show is going to be fun. I see a lot of people in the chat already overreacting on a non-overreaction show, so I love it. That's what we do here. Every show is an overreaction show. You know what I'm saying? When you messing with the nitty-gritty crew. But listen, man, before we get into the get down, we will be doing a draft toward the end of the show. I think I have a person. Let me just make sure I double check if he wants to come on tonight. I'm not sure. He did tell me that he was ready, so let me get his name here. You good for tonight? Let's start with the good news, man. Good news, breaking news. 49ers signed a tight end. They brought Ross Dwelley back on a 1-year contract. We do not have the breakdown of the contract. Mose, and he disappeared. All right, looks like he's probably mad. I was about to ask him a quick question.
I was fixing to say, he got that stain
he
face.
just ghosted us real quick. Mose, you're the draft guru of the show.
Right.
I just want to know, man, we signed Ross Dwelley back. Now, look, I got his stats, okay? Let me just check my tweet because I did put it out. You know what? I ain't got to use the tweet. I could just use the daggone thing. Here it goes right here. So Ross Dwelley, 5 targets, 4 receptions, 51 yards, and a touchdown. How much do you think? Let's talk about this. Let's play a game. How much do you think his 1-year contract is worth? Let's go with Mose, then Peachy. Let's see if you can pick the number, and then whoever comes close wins.
I already know I'm not going to come close because I'm going to say 75 cents.
So Mose, what is Ross Dwelley's value to this team at 75 cents? What are you expecting to get?
I'm expecting to get pennies on the dollar. That's what I'm expecting to get.
I can't do this show anymore. No, look,
what are we doing?
I don't know.
Is it just because he knows the system?
All right.
Is it just because he's been here for a while? Like,
it's a reward, right? It's got to be.
Like, a reward for what?
Because he knows the system.
For 4 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown over an 18-week season, that's a game.
His last
George
year
Kittle
stats,
and Deebo Samuel can do that in a half.
His last year stats were were a little bit better than his rookie year stats, which was in 2018. 2 targets, 2 receptions, 14 yards, 0 touchdowns. 2019 and 2020, he had 20 targets, 15 receptions, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2020 was his year because George Kittle got injured. And so 22 targets, 19 receptions, 245 yards, and a touchdown. So I don't.
That was his year.
Well, that was his year because George Kittle missed like 100 games.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And then came back at the end.
All right.
And then after that, I don't know what happened to Dwelley. Like, he had that one Jimmy Garoppolo touchdown last year, and then that was it. Like, they just stopped throwing to him. Like, what?
Yeah. So are we? So look, now we're starting to build like I don't know if we're building condos or summer homes or what we're doing for these certain guys that keep sticking around for these cheap ass contracts just because they basically know the lay of the land. I think that they're probably going to pay him like, I don't know, I'll go 1.37 million, something like that.
That's what's up.
Something like that. 1.37, some weird number like that is what I think that he might get. I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean,
maybe 750,000 is guaranteed. I don't know.
I think that 75 is the number. I think it's more than 75 cents, Mose. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be 750,000 though, and I don't know what his guarantees is going to be. So I think the contract. Well, you know what? He is now considered a vet.
Yeah.
And he's going to sign the vet minimum 1-year deal, which is probably going to be less than $1 million, right? Because he didn't produce. It would be different if he was one of the higher paid vets, like the higher production vets. He would probably get closer to the 2 point something million.
Right.
Here's what this leads me to. I'm thinking the 49ers are trying to bring back key cogs to their system that if they need to call on them, they'll be equipped and ready to go. We know that Ross Dwelley is a better pass catching tight end than he is blocking tight end. I think we can all agree to that. Like, that's just not his forte. I do have a question for you, Mo. So hold your dial. I hope I don't forget it. But here's the thing: I wouldn't be surprised if they also bring back like Jason Verrett on the same type of 1 year, whatever. Because you just signed Darqueze Dennard, and I'll take Jason Verrett. I'll take an injured Verrett over Darqueze Dennard any day. And so, like, I think they bring him back on a 1 year vet minimum. If you play Carrey Hyder deal, like if you can do this, you can make this. Will you sign this? And so I think that's what the 49ers are doing. I don't expect the Tart anymore because I know Tart won't play on a deal like that. But think about the type of contracts that they're giving out to players, and I think he can get one of those deals. Mo's question for you is 3 tight ends on the roster. Do we draft a tight end?
No.
See, I didn't want I didn't want to hear that. That's not my answer. It's not the answer I was looking for.
I know it's not, but I don't think we draft one. I think if we do get a young tight end, he'll be an undrafted free agent that we bring in and try to see what he's able to do if he can make this roster. I mean, we normally do carry 4 tight ends. So it'll probably be an undrafted free agent, a young guy that they had their eyes on who, slipped through the cracks, or it'll probably be, maybe a young pro, maybe 2 to 3 years into the league.
Like they did last year.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Who's the guy they brought in last year? It was somebody's son. It was a coach's son. He was a tight end. They brought him in as an
you're talking about Peterson?
Peterson. It was Doug Peterson's son, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, they brought him in, and then they got rid of him real quick, right?
Right. So honestly, I think they'll do. I don't think they waste a draft pick on a tight end unless
we got 9 picks, bro.
I know it's going to have to be somebody that they really, really love. It's going to have to be a Jalen Watermeyer. It's going to have to be your boy Achiga Okonkwo. It's going to have to be somebody of like that status for them to be like, all right, we can take a tight end here and see if we can develop them. But if it's not a Watermeyer, a Trey McBride, or a Achiga Okonkwo, if there starts to be a run on the tight ends and they go, like, we've been doing the mock drafts a lot, so we've seen some of the names, towards the end of the board, the Connor Haywards, the Grant Calcaterras, the Nick Muses. It's not going to be one of them guys unless they don't get drafted and then they come in as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, man. So I mean, and like I said, that's not the answer I wanted because there's some really good tight ends in this draft. And I thought this was going to be the year. I'm telling you right now, I did not have Ross Dwelley coming back to this team. I just didn't think that he produced, and I thought his time was up and the 49ers were going to move on. But he's a cheaper player, and the 49ers like bargain players, but then they get mad when they don't produce. Sometimes you can't always shop at the dollar store.
Well, we had to do that because never mind.
I know where you go with
never
it.
mind.
Let me ask you. I
wasn't expecting them to sign a tight end in free agent unless it was Austin Hooper, and he went to Tennessee.
Yeah, I think so.
So that would have been the only tight end I thought they would have tried to sign. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. But like Peachy's about to say, it's unfortunate that the 49ers have $25.5 million just sitting on a player that they don't want to release. And so that's where the money is. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Moses. I know you was going to say something.
Yeah, let me ask for both of you. At what point, I understand we want to fill the roster up. You got to have players that are familiar with your system and that you trust. But where do you draw the line between making sure you have somebody on your roster that you know and that you trust and that knows your system, but then also trying to find those diamonds in the rough, trying to find the young gems that are out there that you haven't seen and you don't know what they're capable of until you get them in your building and you be like, wait a minute, maybe I had a wrong evaluation on this guy. He comes in, he's learning our system, he works hard, and he's actually producing and doing more than we thought he would. Like, we have those guys who we drafted You can look at the George Kittles, you can look at the Elijah Mitchells, but where do you draw the line between making sure that you have guys on your roster that you're familiar with, as opposed to branching out and finding some guys that you may not be familiar with, but who could be key contributors to your team?
That's a good question. I feel like sometimes the 49ers, you know what intrigues me about our team? I'm always trying to see in what ways we upgrade and what changes that we make, right? And so for me, I'm like, what type of offense we gonna run this year? Is it gonna be the same style off? Like, is it gonna be the same type of offense? Is he gonna add to it? Is he gonna subtract? Because he brought Dwelly back. How does Dwelly fit in this offense? He really doesn't help in the zone scheme when it comes to running things because he's a poor blocker. Are we gonna try to run 3 tight end sets? Not what make it appear to be like a run with their backs in there, but then all of a sudden you flex Ross Dwelly out and then you use them. But then again, to go back to your question, to like really answer your question, it's like, dude, I sometimes just don't think the 49ers be wanting change. Like, it just doesn't appear that they want to move on. Maybe Kyle feels like he didn't tap into the dwell. Maybe he just didn't fully tap into him. And so he feels like he has more potential. And we saw it in the year that George Kittle was gone and he came in and did what it was he had to do. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what it is. Maybe Kyle doesn't want certain change. I don't know, but there's players out there that can make this team better. And
Yes.
what irks me about free agency, I like the moves that they make. They appear to be the right moves. The 49ers are about building depth, right? Because they realize in the trenches and during a long season, players get hurt, and we need the right pieces to keep this well turning. And I think that's the type of pieces that they brought in the free agency, not just because the money, Peachy, because we all know if the 49ers want a player, they could go out and get that player. We watch every NFL team do it except for the 49ers. So clearly, Mose, they just don't want to get like they don't want to. They don't want other players. They want what they want, and so that's what we're getting right now. Shout out to Niner by Nature, man. Thank you for that contribution. Listen, I wouldn't advise you to Will Smith the like button because you might break that shit. So but definitely click it. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta push back on something that you said, and
Okay.
what I would like to say is that John Lynch came out of his own mouth, and when he was talking about the different scenarios, and said that maybe we won't be as aggressive in free agency because we still have this $25 million headache on our roster. Now, that's my words, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, he literally came out and said that. So I don't believe that the 49ers could just jump out there and get. Case in point, Chandler Jones was seriously considering coming here. It was between the 49ers and the Raiders. That was on national TV. That's what they said. So we don't know what what that could have been, what could have happened with that particular deal had we have had that extra money there. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, Lynch actually came out of his own mouth and said that maybe we won't be able to be as aggressive in free agency as we may want to be, or as liked or hoped or whatever that they said, because they still have this $25 million headache on the roster.
I mean, he's right, but they still can go out and get players that they want.
But
See,
they can, but they can't, because here's my thing, right?
Right.
I'm gonna show you how they can, and then y'all can push back on it.
Well, here's what, because I want you to tell me if this would fit.
I got you.
To piggyback off of Peachy's point, why would we not want Bobby Wagner?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Wagner.
I got the answers, but
Bobby Wagner right now, from what I read, he's only looking for a 1-year deal for $11 million.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
The Rams don't want to pay him $11 million.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
To me, $11 million for Bobby Wagner, that's a steal.
That's what I said.
Because he could easily command anywhere between 15 and 19.
Absolutely.
He only won 11?
Absolutely. And here's where the 49ers F up everything. You want to know why all the deals don't work out? It's because not about the money, it's how they pay the player. It's about the contract. And a lot of you guys, I've been studying contracts for the past several months, and I'm starting to understand that the 49ers like to pay players later rather than now. And even on a 1-year deal, that guaranteed money or whatever it is that's going to hit the cap, the 49ers would try to find a way to just push it back a little bit. So Bobby Wagner might play for $11 million and only be guaranteed $5 million. And then all of a sudden, that $11 million then flips back into year 2, 3 when he's not on the team. It's just if you go and look at the contracts that the 49ers are signing, even the free agents we brought in, even Charvarius Ward, he's only guaranteed $27 million out of that $40 million contract. They done pushed. Parag is a freaking genius. Only certain select players will play for this team because of that situation. If we weren't such a backloading contractual type of a team, we can have your Bobby Wagners. We can have your Chandler Joneses. We can have those players. What happens is they get the call, and I'm not saying that it goes down like this. This is just my scenario. They get the call, like Peachy is saying, I'm going to use Chandler Jones and Bobby Wagner. And what happens is the money is dope. The money, we can make up money. It's fake money. It's when you pay the money guaranteed, when you're paying it, and when it hits that cap. And I think that's why we can't get a Tyrann Mathieu. That's why we can't get those players. And even with $25.5 million, the contract won't change. And so because of the language in that contract on how they're going to play those players, I think that's why those players don't end up becoming 49ers. That's why we always end up with players that we just didn't think were going to be 49ers. Like, it be players that we don't think, Charvarius Ward was not on my radar. I'm sorry. It was Stephon Gilmore, 100%. I knew we weren't getting J.C. Jackson. I ain't stupid. But I thought for sure we were going to get a Stephon, and I guarantee you he probably would have been here. And then he looked at it and said when he was going to get paid and when he was going to get paid and say, no, I don't really want to push my money back, man. A lot of teams are able to front load the money. 49ers, unfortunately, have to backload the money. So think about the restructures that they had to do. And when are those players getting paid? Eric Armstead won't finish getting paid until he's off the team. They Bobby Bonilla players. Remember, we talked about that. Mm-hmm. That's the contracts. And I think that is the answer. I could be wrong. I ain't in front office, but that's just from my research. That's why, guys, we don't get those players. Like, legit. That does not mean every year I'm not going to want the best day of free agents out there in the market. Like the 49ers got to figure out a way. It's got to be at least one or two players. And I think to Peachy's defense, if we do have that money, you can upload one guy. Like, if you find a player in free agency that you know is going to make a difference to this team, like a Bobby Wagner, and you got that money chilling, you upfront that motherfucker's money and you pay him and you just expect to get you to a Super Bowl, and at least he'll be off the books quick. You ain't got to worry about paying him later. You know what I mean? But all the contracts, bro, like, just look at it. Go to SpotRock.com. Check out all them contracts. Look at the ghost years, the voided years. They still getting paid. They're getting Bobby Bonilla. So I think that is the reason. And it sucks because there are legit all-pro Pro Bowl players that probably want to be a 49er. Mm-hmm. And then the contract happens. Yeah. And then next thing you know, it's like, boom. Super chat contribution from Jesus Christo.
I hope Trey Lance isn't as insecure as some of the faithful. This front office has had us in 2 deep playoff runs in 3 years. Everything will be okay. I want to address this.
Of course. I mean, you read it. You got it.
Okay. Jesus Christo.
I was going with Christo, but go ahead.
Or Jesus Christo, or whatever it is. It is not about being insecure. I don't care that we have been in these playoff runs. We don't have any Lombardis to show for it. Sooner or later, you have to do something that is going to take you over the top so that you can get a Lombardi. Because this coulda, shoulda, woulda, almost, like Brandy says, almost doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count that the 49ers went to the NFC Championship game and lost. It doesn't count that the 49ers went to the Super Bowl and lost. No one remembers that. You know what people remember? They remember Lombardis. They remember when the 49ers finally makes it to the Super Bowl and brings home that Lombardi. That's what they remember. Nobody remembers the Cincinnati Bengals going to the Super Bowl, not making it. You know what they remember? The Rams coming away with that Lombardi. That's all that I got to say. So I don't care. It's no longer enough. We're not the Cleveland Browns. We're not the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're not even the New York Giants. Like, we're not those teams. This team is supposed to be in a dynasty right now. Like, we are supposed to be winning Super Bowls. Those are the teams that we have every year in the Vegas thing. We are all up there close to the top. You know why? Because we're expected to compete and we're expected to be where we are. So now we have to get over the top so that we can bring home the Lombardi. So it has nothing to do with being insecure.
Yeah.
Because being in the playoffs for this 49ers squad is not enough. It's absolutely not enough. I'm not grateful because the 49ers made it to the NFC Championship game. I'm pissed off because we didn't win the Super Bowl this year. That's what I'm pissed off about.
Well, we didn't even get to the Super Bowl this year.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Look, to add to what you're saying, let me just read this. I hope Trey Lance isn't as insecure as the faithful. I don't think any of the faithful are insecure. I think at some point they're just ready for a freaking change. Hey, guess what? 49ers drafted a quarterback. They traded 2 first-round picks, swapped another first-round pick because why? They were ready for a change.
Right.
So changes are going to come. Changes are going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think the faithful realize that. My take on Jimmy at this point is, look, dude, thank you for what you did. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. That's where I'm at. That's where I am, because he's tapped out. He's limited. And the NFL is the greatest organization on earth. It's like the greatest school. They got the best teachers, the best educators, defenses in the NFL will figure you out. The moment you show the flaw, it's a wrap. You got guys that will specifically zone in on that flaw and make that your weakness. We call it Achilles, right? They're going to take that away from you. They figured Jimmy out. Kyle is understanding that. John, for some reason, won't let him go because the market ain't right or whatever like that. He's speaking business terms.
Right.
We have to accept the fact that it's time to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo and thank him for what he did. Okay, when your favorite TV star leaves a television show, what can you do about it?
Right.
Go follow him on the next show or keep watching the show that you was watching. It happens. Changes are going to come, according to Sam Cook. You got to be on it. You got to be ready. And the 49ers are preparing themselves for this change. So I don't think fans are insecure at all. They're just tired of the bullshit. Let's just keep it going.
I'm not insecure about a damn thing. What I am confident about is that the 49ers, it's time for them to make a change. You have the roster. Everyone says it. To win a Super Bowl. Hell, you've had the roster that should have got this done. So therefore, you have to strike while you have all these people. And now that we have a second year player that is going to be our starting quarterback, you have to strike and get this done before you have to pay him, because that's when you start having, everybody drops off because you don't have the money to do this, because by the time Trey Lance is ready to get paid, man, it's going to be insane. So therefore, you win Super Bowls while your team is young, the way you have your team right now. We are primed, set, and ready to do that, and we need to do that.
We need better players.
Right.
That's what we need. We need better. We need the best players to win Super Bowls. You want to know why the Rams won? They just had better players. Mm-hmm. They had better players, not just because they had more expensive players. They had better players. Those players that they had were better on the day that our best players. They were better than our best players. And they won. I don't care if it was by 3 points. They beat us. And guess what? They took those best players, better players, went to the Super Bowl and beat some other better players. That's what they did. And so Kyle Shanahan, go all the way back to when Mo started off the show. What's going on? Why do we keep bringing back these players? That's our flaw. I feel like Kyle's afraid to upgrade. Like, dude, I know we upgrade in the draft, but there's also free agents that you can bring in that fits your system that can give you a boost. Every team does it. Every team. It's called free agency for a reason.
Yes.
No, we might not have the salary cap space to do it. Back to my man's comment. Thank you so much for the contribution. I don't think fans are insecure. Again, Mose, I don't know if you want to touch on it. I just know that me personally, I'm just ready for a change. It's time. And it was time the moment Trey Lance played in his first game. Come on, man. When Trey Lance got in the game, it changed football for the 49ers. It changed the fans.
Sure did.
You no longer clutched your stomach. Your nuts weren't in your stomach. Like, you were just like, oh snap, okay. If it's incomplete pass, cool, not bad. You didn't know if it was gonna be an interception. Every time Jimmy drops back, you're like, oh shoot, man. Does he see the wide open guy? I don't know if he sees him. Oh my God, is it gonna be high? Is it gonna be is Kittle gonna get hurt? Yo, that Seahawks game scared the bejesus out of me when Kittle hit that floor. Yo, and to this day, shout out to his Pilates coach, because I just knew he was not getting up.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, guys, we got to be able to accept change, because change is gonna come. Mose, you got the floor, bro.
I mean, you said it earlier, man. It was so on point when it comes to this situation, bro. It's like stocks. Like, the people who do well in the stock market know when to move on from a stock that's not doing well, and they know when to let go. They know when to sell. They don't hold on to it, watching it decline, hoping that one day its value will turn around and go back up. Especially when all the data shows that's not going to happen.
All right.
The ceiling of that stock, and in this scenario, the stock is Jimmy Garoppolo, has already been reached. And we have historical data that shows that nothing that he does from this point forward is going to increase that value. He's not going to reach that ceiling or exceed that ceiling. So at this point, you got to move on. Like you said earlier also, Breezy, thank him for what he's done. And like I said a couple shows ago, we traded a second round pick for him. What we got from him is second round pick worthy. He held up his end of the bargain. We held up our end of the bargain in paying him. Both sides received something out of that deal. Now it's time to move on. John, we weren't ever just gonna let him go,
right?
But now you see, you're gonna get pennies on the dollar. You're not gonna recoup what you spent, and that's what he's trying to do. And he's just gonna continue to make himself look bad doing it. So
I feel like Peachy says, the one thing Peachy always says, and correct me if I'm wrong, Peachy, is always going to come a point where a team needs a quarterback.
Yes.
I think John Lynch must watch the show, and he's waiting on Peachy's theology to come to, you know what I'm saying? Like that, because that's going to happen. It might not happen during training camp. It might not happen during preseason, but there's going to come a point of time where there's going to be a quarterback. And you guys, you got to remember, the 49ers, here's why we win with Jimmy on the roster, but not playing. I want to make sure I make that shit clear.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy is not owed any guaranteed money. What's going on, Cook Smoke Sports?
Facts.
So the 49ers don't owe him guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed.
Right.
So if he doesn't play, he don't get paid. You feel me? If he plays, they got to pay him. If he doesn't play, he don't make no dough. The only thing they're gonna have to pay is that $1,400 sign, the bonus breakdown.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. But there's no guarantee money. So I know a while ago I said that, I felt like Jimmy and them had the upper hand, which they did for a minute. John Lynch is taking the power back. I think that's what's going on. Not defending him. I just think that's what's going on. He's reclaiming the power, because if Jimmy's on this roster, they don't got to pay him no money. And I know we keep saying he's a $27 million backup quarterback, but the money not guaranteed. And the only way he get paid is if he play. So guess what? Jimmy hurting himself if he stays on this roster. 49ers don't got to cut him. And they can find and wait for that team that Peachy's talking about. We don't know what the team is yet, but the moment the quarterback gets hurt, and it's going to happen early in the season, Jimmy will be gone. And then Mose, guess what? Them pennies turn into dollars. John Lynch looks like a freaking genius. It's crazy. But we know that scenario is going to happen at some point. We just don't know when. And I just go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
It would be just our luck.
It would be. You know what?
That none of the top quarterbacks get hurt.
You're right.
In a sport where somebody always gets hurt,
you're right.
It would be just our luck that at all of the contending teams and all of the teams with good quarterbacks, none of them get hurt.
You're freaking right. I hate that you're right because I don't want you to be right this time. But you're right.
It would be just our luck that we didn't capitalize on this opportunity when we should have, how we should have, and that there's no quarterback injury. It's going to be a bunch of wide receiver injuries, offensive line, running backs, corners.
Quarterbacks be
miraculously,
all 32.
No quarterbacks get hurt.
All 32. All 32 will be healthy all year long.
Crazy, bro.
And it'll backfire on John. And then he got to go. I'm talking about John Lynch. I'm not talking about Jimmy. You keep Jimmy for all I care. John's ass going to have to go after that because it would clearly backfire. All right, Peachy, you got the floor. I'm sorry.
So if he's getting to another one of our sponsors that we have, because we're so excited to be partnered with Lids for your apparel needs.
That black joint clean though. I can't front. I like the black joint.
Yes, me too. The NFL
People
has
hating
released
on the draft hat. I actually like it.
Okay, Mose, after she finished this presser, I need to hear what you like about this damn hat.
The black one's nice. That other one crazy.
I feel like I'm in school.
Crazy. The NFL has released a 2022 draft day hat. Use the link in the description and get yours today. Hurry because they're selling fast. So guys, get your hands on those immediately.
Mose, 5 likes on that draft hat.
Listen,
it's vintage.
I like it. I like the vintage nature of it. And me, I like the color scheme. I mean, it's our color scheme, but I like the red brim. I like the red 49ers on the background, and then I like the logo on the NFL shield on the side. I like it,
and the shield is in red and gold too. That's kind of
because it pops.
It does pop, but I like that black one. That black one looks stealth.
I have to get my hands on that black one.
That black one looks stealth. Hey, they selling out like hotcakes, guys. Use that link inside the description.
The link that I just put in there and in the chat, it'll take you directly to it.
It should take you right to it, guys. Make sure you use that link in the description, man. Look, we got to get to some other news because we're going to finish this show. I know this is going to be about Jimmy Garoppolo, but guys, look, Alex Mack is expected to return for the 2022 season, according to General Manager John Lynch. Mack just got married in Ireland. He's training like he's coming back, Lynch said. Wait, we could talk about that because what kind of training is he doing if he just got married? I won't speak for him, but all signs are him coming back and being a part of us. Now, this is great news because Mose, Breezy, and everybody else, we drafted centers in this draft.
Is it great news though?
What makes it not great news? Because Alex Mack is
because he said I won't speak for him, but all signs point when he been lying all off season.
Okay, you got a point there. Wait.
John Lynch been lying.
Behave, Mariah.
He been lying. John Lynch been lying since last April.
That dude been lying since 2017. What you talking about, Willis?
Thank you for even further proof. He been lying. So he's talking about I'm not going to speak for him, but all signs point to I don't want to know none of John Lynch signs.
Right.
If John Lynch got a sign, I don't want to know about it.
But wait. John Lynch is more trustworthy than Kyle Shanahan, though. Kyle's way more deceiving.
Well, John getting closer. He's getting close.
He is getting close. It's tough, man. Look, I'm just curious to know, Peachy, because in that statement, it said that he just got married, but he's working. He's what type of workouts is he doing?
Hey, listen, Mariah already told you in the chat.
He sure did.
I'm trying
Mariah
not to
and
pay any
Danny.
attention to what Mariah is saying in the chat.
Kanye
Danny,
West workout plan.
Hey man, but yo, you know them work. His man, they must be doing it 40 times then, because like 49 times. I don't know. They got
listen, that's good cardiovascular exercise.
It is good cardiovascular.
It is.
It gets your heart pumping. I tell you
Get your
that.
heart pumping. Get you a good sweat.
Listen, I like
gotta activate your core.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on the positions.
You come on now.
Yeah,
that's a full body workout.
You ain't never lie. I do. I want to believe this. I haven't seen Alex Mack post one workout in the off season.
Me either. So
I don't even know
they are.
what workouts John Lynch is talking about. Did you go to Ireland? And then after the wedding, Alex Mack was like, "Hey John, come on with me. Let's go train." Like, what are you talking about?
John definitely wasn't there, y'all. He wasn't there. Because John, in my opinion, John looked sauced.
Allie, stop.
John looked sauced at this NFL meeting thing. He looked a little saucy. You know what I'm saying? So look, if Alex Mack returns, that's good for how about I say this? When Alex Mack returns to the 49ers, that's going to be a good thing for the 49ers. Because they can still address the center position, but at least they will be learning from, if they do, they will be learning under the right proper center, sort of like what Weston Richburg was supposed to be to Jake Brindle and things like that. And don't forget, Brindle, I don't know if he signed his tender yet, but he also is supposed to be returning this season to the 49ers. So they may not draft a guy. Felt like they have a contingency plan at the center position already in camp. So we'll see what's going on. I just feel like the 49ers miss out on the center every year in the draft. Like they just miss out on the one person that can really take your team and be here for 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yes,
every
absolutely.
year, at least for the last 3 years. Let's get to some of the contributions, and we'll continue the show.
Every year.
Guys, thank y'all so much for these contributions too, by the way. We don't be planning for these joints. Oh man, a lot of people think that John Lynch is they don't believe what he's saying about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Thank you, Jesus Christo, for the other comment. Oh, sorry, Jesus. Then it's probably Jesus Christo. Then it's probably what
it is.
When I say insecure, I'm saying that fans are worried about Jimmy still being on the roster and ruining Trey's confidence. If Trey is a dog and who we think he is, it doesn't matter if Jimmy is here.
Oh, and I thought that's what he was talking about. He was hoping that Trey wasn't insecure. That's a good point too, by the way, because we talked about that. You know what's ironic?
I agree and disagree.
And I can't wait to hear your take on it. You know what's ironic? I mean, I'm going to shut up. Like John Lynch spoke right after the assurance of Trey Lance being the starting quarterback statement came from, oh my gosh, Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, right? And then all of a sudden, Lynch comes out and says that. We'll talk about that. Go ahead, Mose. I want to hear what your take is.
Here's why I agree. I agree with the last part. If Trey's a dog and he's coming to play football and take over this team, from his perspective, it's not going to matter if Jimmy's here or not.
Facts.
Because, yes, I was a rookie last year. I was learning my way. I had been off of football a little bit because of COVID. Now I'm back into the swing of things. I got a taste of it. And because I got that taste of it, now I want more.
Coca-Cola.
I want more, right? So it's not going to be an issue on Trey's part. The issue is going to be the division within the locker room.
That's the issue.
Because if all 53 guys are not on the same page, if there's division as far as who's the starter, who's playing, who's getting the reps, that's going to be a problem because not everybody is going to be in sync. And you're going to see that affect people's play. Prime example, you can use George Kittle. If Jimmy Garoppolo is still on this roster with everything that this team has been through with him at the helm, but then they start Trey and they have Jimmy sitting on the bench. While I think that he would still play and give it 100%, I could see a situation where Kittle maybe is not giving it 100%. A ball that Kittle would normally go over the middle for and risk injury, those hospital balls that we talked about, maybe he doesn't stretch out for those balls like he normally does. Pause. Maybe he doesn't give that extra amount of effort that he Breezy, stop making that face. Maybe he doesn't give that extra amount of effort that he normally would. That's just one situation and scenario, but I think it's more of an issue when it comes to the locker room, the culture that you're trying to have, and everybody in that locker room being in lockstep with what the mission is. So I don't think it's going to be an issue with Trey, but with some of the other players in the locker room who have a quote unquote brotherhood with Jimmy Garoppolo, that could be a problem. You can't have me and Breezy on the same team.
Facts.
And me and Breezy done been going through the trenches, and then you bring this other guy in and put Breezy on the bench. So now I'm supposed to, me and Peach and Fair are supposed to do nitty-gritty Niners with somebody that's not Breezy because y'all want to put Breezy on the bench. And we supposed to be good with that?
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to sit here and have the same chemistry. We supposed to laugh the same. We supposed to laugh the same, banter the same. Like I won't even be able to argue. Like when me and Breezy argue, and like y'all think we like arguing, and we're having a heated debate, but there's no animosity, there's no malice. We're not going off camera, still cussing each other out, mad, not talking to each other for a week. We're just passionate about our points, and we're going back and forth like brothers do. I can't do that with somebody that's not him.
Right.
You can't inject somebody else, but still have Breezy on the sidelines. It's not going to work. So if Trey is the future and that's what you're moving on with, move on with that and have everybody buy in to what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Okay.
You preaching the gospel today, Doc. I get to sit back and just click the buttons.
Shout out to a super chat. Thank you, Ollie Bear. Hey, professors, y'all is right, and we are in this situation because of John being greedy. The deals that were offered was declined.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, I got something to that. Hold on, Ollie, because this is where I'm confused. Okay,
stupid. I hate him in the chat, bro. Callie's stupid, yo.
Oh, damn it! I didn't upload that one. I forgot to upload that. Anyway,
I haven't met Callie in person yet. I can't wait.
I can't wait to meet him. Facts.
He's stupid.
All right. John Lynch went on the record and said about, okay, let me see if I got it on my phone. I think I deleted it like an idiot. Hold on. Okay, here we go. He reported to Nick Wagner. Nick Wagner reported that General Manager John Lynch said there's no truth to the report that the team received an offer of 2 second-round picks for Jimmy Garoppolo, or that he was telling other teams that was the offer on the table. Let's talk about that truth or lie. We should be playing truth or lie or something. The game or some shit.
We should be playing wide up, you lying. Oh my God. Stop lying.
Yes. But no, let's talk about that because, like, John is saying, I'm not being greedy. I didn't ask for no 2 second-round picks. I don't know where they got that mess from. That's John Lynch. Those are his words. But like Mo said, I don't have that soundbite style. I got to get that one. Mo, sing that for me. Send it to me, dog. But no, seriously, let's talk about this real quick because I like that we all feel like the 49ers were being greedy. We felt like, yo, take, my man Dion's like, yo, take a 7th pick. Take something, 7th round pick. Take anything at this moment because what Mose was saying and what Peachy was saying, you got to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo because if you don't, it's going to cause some type of division. And I guarantee you, I can guarantee it. I'm going to work on getting Brandon Ayuk on this show, and I'm going to ask him this question. This will be my only question to Brandon. He can leave after this question. My question would be, did you talk shit about Jimmy Garoppolo? Because if he did, that motherfucker was in the doghouse for 5 weeks, yo. He was suspended. He was in-house suspended for like 5 weeks just because he said, yo, Trey better. I guarantee it. I bet you that's what happened. It was nothing that he did. He wasn't running routes bad at the beginning of the year because we didn't see them damn shits. He just didn't get the ball by design.
Right.
Yep.
Facts.
Trey Sermon too. Let's keep it a buck.
Yep, that's true. You are
Y'all
right
sleeping
about
on
that.
Trey Sermon if you want to. That motherfucker wasn't the second round draft pick for no reason. That cat is going to ball out when he's given the opportunity. But I guarantee you, he defied the coach. They did something and went against the grain. And them cats was in the house. And I'm talking about Kyle's house. And I guarantee
Exactly.
I'm telling you, like it's all coming to fruition now because John Lynch is coming out saying stupid stuff. That's all coming to fruition.
He put all the pro trades.
Pro trades is here. Remember what? Hey, Mo, Peachy, I know Peachy. You
Just
see
like from Rush Hour. What was that from Rush Hour too?
I got something even better than that because I know you've seen every movie in the world. Mose, you from this state. You ever see the movie State Property?
Oh,
Of course.
What was their motto?
Wait, which one?
Get down to lay down. All right, that was their motto. That was the motto. Kyle was like, look, you can get with this.
or you can get with that.
That's our era, Peachy. Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train goes off the track, back on the scene. All right, my bad. Y'all don't know anything about Black Sheep. Callie does, though. I'm not looking at the chat, but I know Callie does. Shout out to Ollie Beer. Troy!
Hold on,
Shout
Big
out
Daddy
Super Chat
Niners.
Troy.
This not a rag. This a hoodie, bro.
Oh, he tried to rag you with your hoodie on, bro.
He was like, "Is your hair braided? Is that why the rag's on?" Like,
he thought it was a do-rag. Okay.
Yeah, this a hoodie.
All right.
Hoodie on
Family, it's my birthday this Saturday. Happy early birthday. Gonna be the best number ever, 49. You know it.
Okay.
That's what's up, yo. Something
Can
special.
I please get a famous happy birthday song? Much
You
love.
can. We're going to break it down real quick. To everybody who was born in the month of March, this is the end of the show. So every end of the month, we're going to do a birthday joint.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Shout out to my sis, Tanya, that came up with this idea. So we're going to sing happy birthday to everybody. I'm going to start it off. I'm going to let y'all take it over. Then I'm going to come back in because there's always a little lag and it's easier for me to join y'all, right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Which way? Wait. Which one we doing first? My bad.
I was about to say, which one are you doing?
We doing the Stevie or we doing the... Okay.
Gotta do the Stevie.
I don't know if I can hit the notes, man. Happy. Ready? 1, 2. No, that's too low. 1. Nope, too high. Happy birthday. We go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Okay, it is a lag.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, you want to take it, bro.
Happy birthday. Do the snake. Come on. Happy birthday to you. Come on. Happy birthday. All right. We can't get to the other part because it's going to sound super duper crazy because one time, another time,
crazy, but
there's going to be a bunch of polyphony going on in
happy
there.
birthday to all
parts,
of
man.
you guys. And I would
Happy birthday,
also,
Troy.
before the end of March gets here, I would like to take a moment to celebrate all of our women.
Ladies, do my ladies run this mother? Whoa, I got to do it right.
Hell yeah!
I didn't do it right. Do my ladies run this mother?
Hell yeah!
There we go. I'm sorry, man. Who run the world? Girls. I mean, they just do. It is what it is.
That's
They
right.
run it. I ain't gonna fight them because I ain't getting Will Smith.
So to all of the ladies, I hope you guys have enjoyed Women's Month here in Nitty Gritty. We've tried to celebrate all the women around that we know and all the ones that we associate with on social media and just around the world in general. That hope that you guys enjoyed your month. There was a lot of celebratory things done. Had a lot of crown. These are crown, y'all. These are good.
Wait. What's that?
This is Crown Royal Peach
Huh?
tea.
You found it in the can?
And there's Crown Royal Apple right there.
Wait a minute.
Yes, bro.
So
They
you
got
run
them
the
joints in
I'll
the
get-
can, dog.
Okay, I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store.
They don't have them
Yes.
in my area.
Yeah. I was
Peachy
shocked
be
they had them in
stunting.
mine because we don't get
I'm
nothing.
tight. I'm
Now,
So-
Miss
tight.
Debbie
Happy
was the
birthday,
first
Renee.
person that had them Johns. I ain't even going front,
Mhm.
but I'm a little disappointed that I didn't know. Okay,
One of my wife's coworkers had them Jones about a year ago.
what?
And my wife showed it to me. You was like, "Now you gonna be tripping when you see these." I was like, "What is it?" And she showed me the crowns in the can. I was like, "No, don't play with me like that." Peachy
Thank
rubbing
you.
it in because she got apple and peach.
And she, yep.
Thank you guys for
Yikes.
everyone out there that is wishing the ladies Happy Women's Month. We really appreciate that very, very much. Shout out to Super Chat, our brother Sean. Come in. Lynch lies about being in church.
I can't.
I can't with Sean, man.
I must have fat thumbed it, or
I
my
can't.
booty, my
can't.
left booty cheek must have pressed it, when I was in
can't.
church
Yo,
service.
I legit, Sean, forgot about that, bro.
I forgot. Oh my God. I
Yes.
just
Sean.
remembered that. Be blessed,
Pastor
fam.
brother Sean.
I told you, you
literally
lying.
forgot about the butt cheek joint, bro.
Be blessed, fam. This organization is FOS. It publicly always. This is so messy. Look at all the free agency misses. People sucking up cap and don't play.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Or are not very good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And there's that.
And there's that.
There's
And
that
there's
too.
that. I just wasn't expecting that one. I'm sorry.
No,
I moved on. I moved on from that.
That was awesome. Thank you, Lakita. We appreciate you so much. Keep up
Brandy
the
in
great
the
work,
building.
guys. Huh?
I said, that's Brandy. She in the building.
Oh, thank you, Brandy. Keep up the great work, guys. Love the show. You all rock.
Appreciate you, B.
And we appreciate you too. And then we got another one from Sean here. Remember in Dumb and Dumber when they tried to sing Mockingbird? That's what the lag made it sound like. Yeah, what is that? Mockingbird.
Yo, what was your favorite Jim Carrey film? It can only be one.
Liar, liar. That's mine.
I fucking hate Peachy. I gotta think of something different.
Yeah, me too.
Liar, liar,
I'm going with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yikes. Then I'm gonna have to go Cable Guy.
Classic. Oh, no one talks about Cable Guy. Okay. Okay. Hey, everybody in the chat, type in your favorite Jim Carrey movie. Ready, set, go. Ace Ventura. Let's see how many we get. Like Ace Ventura.
Okay. Shout out from Barack. Breezy dude, new name is Will Smith.
Y'all not gonna compare me to Will Smith because they is bashing that dude right now. Like listen, never mind. Okay, I'm not gonna get into Will.
He did make a public apology, and so did Chris Rock.
So did Chris Rock. Yeah,
I thought that was dope.
Made him.
They didn't apologize to each other, but they definitely made a public apologies about what the situation.
They have people that were at the what is it, the vanity whatever party that they have after that.
Party,
let's save it for the show because I want to talk about this for like 10 more minutes.
All right.
Dumb and Dumber, hands down. Yo, I didn't see something.
Forgot about the mask.
I forgot, yo.
I love the mask. That's my junk right there.
I like the mask too because the musicality in the joint. I love the 20s music.
Chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
That was dope. All right, that's the thing. I forgot about the Grinch.
Yeah,
oh snap! He
Myself and
rocked the Grinch
Irene.
too. Did some dope movies. Yo,
Jim's a GOAT.
Oh, we'll apologize to Chris today. Thanks, Cinnamon, because I'm gonna check it out. I've been all 49ers all day, except for when I was at school because the kids.
I got both of the statements, so we can touch on them later.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Holly Bear says Dumb and Dumber.
The Mask is awesome.
The Mask is awesome. I want to rewatch The Mask now because I just want to hear the music.
I just like his interaction with his dog.
Yeah.
And he says, grab the
Milo.
cheese. This is not the cheese, the keys.
I can't front though. Liar Liar was probably my favorite, but Peachy picked it.
Liar,
and I don't want to say it again.
movie.
I didn't see Man on the Moon, Callie. Legit not seen. Speaking of Man on the Moon, perfect transition to this guy who's probably going to be headed to the moon very soon because he's probably not going to be on the team. You know what I'm saying? So no surprise, but sounds very unlikely that defensive end D Ford will not unlikely will be back with the 49ers next season. General Manager John Lynch says, I don't see a lot of hope in him being a factor for us on the field moving forward. Ford's back injury just hasn't progressed to give Niners belief a return is possible. All right. So it doesn't look good for D Ford. Nope. Especially when so here's what I don't understand. So the general manager can talk shit about this guy and can tell you that he's not going to come back. But he can't tell us that Jimmy Garoppolo not going to come back.
Yeah.
Help me, Sway. I need to understand that.
Tomorrow, Kyle Shanahan is going to talk, and that's what I'm waiting on because I want to see if they're going to be in sync with everything that they say because Kyle's probably got to go back and he's got to literally rewatch what he said so that he can do that. He's going to try his best to do that too. But he absolutely is.
Kyle's better at deflecting. I don't know if y'all peeped that. Like he's really good at deflection. And certain reporters, he gets snobby with him, like Grant.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. So we got Batman Forever.
Yeah. Oh my God, the Riddler!
The Riddler. Orgasm.
All right. Did you see? All right. Yeah. The Riddler. All right. I like the newer Riddler different.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the newer Riddler was more non-funny.
Yes. If you have not seen the new Batman,
spoiler alert,
the Batman, you need to see it. It is.
Don't rub it in. I'm trying to.
My bad.
I got a 6-month-old.
I was just saying that. I was just telling you
I got a 6-month-old who don't want to be away from her mama, so we can't go to the movies.
I'm gonna show you something.
Let me tell you something. Yo, he was dope. Jim Carrey. To be the only white dude to hold it down on The Living Color for umpteen years, he knew he was a star, bro.
Hey, but let me tell you the coolest thing, and like I always have mad respect for Jim Carrey no matter what.
That's what's up.
Is that when he had won his first award, like Oscar or whatever.
He got an Oscar?
I think he won for The Truman Show, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever it is, right? He said, thank you to the Wayans
That's what's up.
family for giving me my very first opportunity at acting. In Living Color was the first real acting job that he had. And he always, no matter what show he's on, it doesn't matter what he's on, he always thanks them. And that's why I will always have mad respect for Jim Carrey because he literally always never forgets to thank them. He always bigs up
mad awards,
like,
yo.
Always in Living Color. He always does. Always.
I don't see any Oscars on his list. I could be looking.
It may not. It could have been a Golden
Globe. He got hella awards. Yo. I didn't know his award sheet was that. That was that dope.
But he always does. Like he always thanks the Wayans family for giving him his first opportunity.
That's what's up.
In Living Color.
That's what's up. But I'll tell you what, like Jimmy, so D Ford, not Jimmy, D Ford, just a quick breakdown. Like he's gonna cost the team money. So I know everybody's happy that they're gonna be moving on from D Ford. It's gonna cost the team about $15 million. Just want y'all to know that. But you relieve them and you move on, right? And that's what you're gonna have to get. Like, unfortunately. You know, and it's not. So here's the thing: it's not going to cost them $15 million like right now.
Right.
I think if they
I think it's
release him
5 this year, and then
and then
it's
5
5
next year. If they release him after June 1st.
Mhm.
So he's got to get to June 1st. He gets to June 1st. I'm sure he probably won't pass a physical if he's not as good as what they're saying. I think they're lying, though. I think they're
What they
lying.
lying about?
I think that the 49ers want to move on from D Ford, and that's why they're saying these things. And I don't think he's as hurt as they're saying he is. And I think D Ford, I mean, I follow D Ford to a T, bro. He's probably one of the, I follow him more because of his football, but more because of his music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a musician.
Yeah.
And so I'm always looking to see if he's going to post him playing the piano so I could kind of collaborate with him on that tip. You know what I'm saying? And so lately, he's been posting him playing football,
Yeah.
a lot of football posts, him clips of doing stuff. So
He's in mad shape too. Like his
I've-
pictures are
I've-
showing. Because remember, I
I'm-
told you,
I'm
I
going
said this dude looks like he's ready. Like he's so. I was shocked when I saw that because I
exactly.
thought he was ready.
So I'm saying this to say he's probably putting out his work to go get hired by another team.
Right.
And God forbid he end up in like a Seattle or somewhere, the Rams. I'm just saying. And then he shows up. The faithful was going to be so pissed. But you can't be. I'm going to be the one to tell y'all don't be mad because y'all wanted him gone. And I think that the 49ers are trying to move on from him, and they're trying to, because John as much as John said that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be on the team, he pretty much said D4 won't be.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he had
That's
no
exactly
problem
what he
saying
said.
that.
He had no problem saying that.
Like,
And
no.
he blamed, right, Peachy, and he blamed it on D4's injuries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying? All
Yep.
right, look, let's talk about Jimmy. We got like a few more minutes left. Let's go ahead and get this Jimmy Garoppolo stuff. I definitely want to get to do the draft. Guys, I'm going to put the link. We want one person. Whoever clicks on the link is going to come on here and be the general manager. 49ers got a tight end, so maybe we don't draft a tight end now in the draft. The 49ers have been addressing little key needs, so think about that. Let's go ahead and talk about Jimmy staying, man. I think Jimmy will be playing for us, or he'll be playing for somebody else. He's too good of a player. This is what John Lynch said, and then Matt Mayuka posted it in his story. So he wrote a whole story about this. You know what I mean? He clearly I don't want to play the clip because it's on YouTube. So if you want to go check out the YouTube channel, I got the clip right there up on the YouTube channel. And maybe I can go ahead and put it inside this link real quick for you guys. Let's talk about it because Jimmy Garoppolo ain't going nowhere. And we did a show on that he ain't going nowhere. And, how do we feel about that situation? You know what I mean?
Can I just say, duh, John?
Where can he go?
Duh.
I mean, that's what I said. I was just like,
Yeah, he's either going to be on our team or he's going to be with another team. Duh.
Yeah.
We know that. He's still a capable football player, and there's not a lot of them in the world right now. So, duh. We know that.
Sometimes
the issue is you not making a move quickly enough.
Too good of a player.
The issue is you not preparing yourself for all of the possible scenarios that there could have been out there.
Duh. I mean, yeah.
The issue is now you backtracking and having to find a way to one up a player and his agent who basically one upped you. Duh.
right.
We know that. We know that he's either going to be with us or somebody else. We would prefer it be with somebody else.
Right.
Like, you're not telling us anything that we don't already know.
Exactly. So I have something that I have to say real quick, and I actually put this down in my notes because I wanted to make sure that I did not forget to say it because sometimes I'm old and I get forgetful.
Me too.
There were people that were on social media that were saying that all of the I want Jimmy people off my team need to just calm down and just forget about that because it's not going to happen. So what I said was people in glass houses should not throw stones. My dearly departed mother used to tell me that all the time. The same folks telling fans that are pissed about Jimmy possibly staying to calm down are the same ones mad about Trey Lance possibly starting. So y'all need to sit your ass down somewhere. That is from the book of Peachy. I am being mad serious with that because you're hypocrites. You're seriously hypocrites because you're the ones that are out here bashing, trying to find every reason for Trey Lance not to start this season. But yet and still, when you have someone who is looking at the team for what it is, have seen this quarterback year after year and knows his limitations and what he can do, and you're going to have the audacity, like the gall, to sit up here and tell us that we need to calm down? No, sit your ass down somewhere because you don't have the same energy with Trey. Hell, I've seen on social media where people are talking about that when Jimmy leaves, they're going to leave. So don't be telling me about that. And don't be telling me about how we're not faithful, we're not real 49er fans because we are irritated because things with Jimmy Garoppolo didn't go down as planned the way that they were supposed to be. No, I have seen more shit than most of you guys because I turned 50 this year. 50 years old. I have seen way more than a lot of you have seen. And if I haven't stopped being faithful then, I ain't going to stop being faithful now. This has nothing in the world to do with that. It doesn't. I'm not trying to chase a quarterback to another team. I will be here sporting the red and gold no matter what. I will be here as the queen of nitty-gritty Niners no matter what happens. Saying my piece and saying what I have to say because that's my right to say what I want to say. So I just had to get that out there because I'm seeing that a whole lot. I'm seeing a lot of hypocritical stuff. And since we were talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, I just thought that I would bring that up.
What I don't understand is, what the freak did Jimmy do so much for this team other than help us win? Get us back to the winning stuff, right? But is that Jimmy or is that the coach? Because then people are going to fight you and say, well, Nick Mullins could do it. CJ Beathard couldn't do it.
Yeah, but those are backups.
Right.
Give me somebody else. Give me somebody else the caliber of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Right.
If Kyle Shanahan would have gotten what he wanted, and we would have got Kirk Cousins,
we would have been in the Super Bowl.
Is it possible that we could have had a Super Bowl ring already?
We would have a Super Bowl.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's
possible with the way that he's playing in Minnesota, with the weapons that he has, and how he's turned Justin Jefferson into a superstar. It's very well possible that he could have done the very same thing with us because we have better players. We have more talent.
Is Justin Jefferson?
Minnesota does.
Is he in the same draft as Brandon Ayuk?
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse for about 5 weeks.
Right.
Because Jimmy
that draft was stacked with wide receivers.
Oh yeah, that was
that was Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb.
Yes, I remember now. Thank you.
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, that
Henry Ruggs
stacked.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ruggs was that draft.
Out of the league.
But anyway, yeah, that's what we had there. Shout out Super Chat from Barack Niner. Cut forward and trade Debo to pay Jimmy G Peachy. No, it's not happening. You just want to hear me. You just heard my rant. So we're good on that. But we read your little comment.
Peachy, you can't it's okay.
Shout out to Martin Stewart. Man, get that mother off my team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's time. I don't want to go another season talking about coulda, shoulda, wouldas with a quarterback when we have a guy on the team that appears to just be ready. And we'll never know if he's ready until he's out there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like that whole Kyle's waiting till he's ready to play. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle is effing up his whole tenure as a 49ers coach. If he don't put the kid out there, we all don't care if Trey goes out there his technically his first year as a starting quarterback, and throws 17 interceptions. We're going to be mad, but we would understand. And you know who I'm going to blame? Kyle Shanahan. You know why? Because you should put this kid out there a long time ago.
Amen. You right about that.
Let him take his lumps when he was supposed to take his lumps. Now you've set the expectation that he's going into year 2 with some playing time in his rookie season, that he should be a step ahead. And John Lynch is talking about we need him to get 10,000 reps. What is 10,000 offseason reps going to do when the live bullets aren't flying? When you don't have a defensive coordinator like a Mike Vrabel,
Right.
or what's homie in Tampa?
Not Raheem. No, who's the DC in Tampa? Todd Campbell.
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles. I'm sorry.
Somebody like Todd Bowles who put together a game plan to shut down the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and get it done. Like, when you have somebody of a defensive mind like that, who's been in this game a long time and who knows how to scheme up against what you do best, a Bill Belichick. Like, when the live bullets aren't flying, like, what does 10,000 offseason reps do? Yeah, he can kind of get his throwing motion down. Okay. He can mentally go through each play and see how it's supposed to develop and where he's supposed to go. But I need him to be able to process what happens when what I see in those 10,000 reps
Right.
isn't
It's
what's
not
happening
there.
on the field.
Exactly.
I need to be able to know how to adjust on the fly.
Mhm.
That's it.
And I can only learn that by going through each one of these individual experiences, because in the beginning, they're not all going to be the same.
Right.
But then you get to the point where you become a Drew Brees, a Tom Brady, a Peyton Manning, a Russell Wilson, where you've seen enough to where you now can dictate what you're able to do on the offensive side of the ball. You can manipulate a defense with a check or an audible or changing, something up. You can understand what you're reading and know this is where I have to go with the ball. Or if this is completely locked up, I have the physical ability to take off and pick up positive yards for my team to keep the chains
Preach.
moving. Like,
Facts.
I need to be able to see this
Yeah.
happen in real time when the real live bullets are flying.
I'm
Right.
going to say this. And Peach, you got something else you want to add?
Oh, no. Go ahead. I was
I'm
just
gonna-
agreeing with most.
I'm going to say this, and we're going to leave this right here. Trey Lance. This is to Trey Lance. This is to no other person other than Trey Lance. Trey Lance, it's your time. But you, my friend, you have to take that opportunity. You have to do everything you can, because you are doubted. And you're going to have to take that adversity and Will Smith that shit in the face. Like, that's what you're going to have to do. It's unfortunate. He's a freaking third pick in the first round of a draft. He is expected to do this, but it's unfortunate that kid is going to have to go through this type of adversity, because the 49ers fumbled a situation and they couldn't move on from a guy that they said that they were ready to move on from. And unfortunately, he's still here. Now Trey Lance not only is asked to learn the offense and get better in the offseason and train and do that, now he got to come in to OTAs with a swag strong enough, confidence strong enough to say, this is my team. So Trey, claim it, own it, show it, and never look back. Ever. Because you have to. Rohan, what's good, my guy? I'll see you tomorrow on your show, bro. He has no choice. May is Trey's month. All Trey got to do is go out there and be the best Trey that he's been doing. And then he's going to leave no doubt in those coaches' eyes. Like, he would give them zero doubt. They're going to see why they drafted Trey Lance at number 3. And Jimmy Garoppolo, if he's still on this roster, God forbid, come when the season starts, guys, I guarantee you he'll be a $27.5 million backup quarterback, not getting paid $0 because he won't play a game. He'll get his $1.4 million, and that's about it until he gets traded.
And that's why you see Trey out there working and busting it every day. He's working with different people. He's working with teammates. He's trying to get better and better and better because he wants to be ready. You know why? Because he said that he was going to be ready. When they asked him a couple months ago, you going to be ready? Yes, I'm going to be ready. So therefore, he's going to be ready because he is intelligent. He can do it. And he is ready. And I believe that he is absolutely ready. Shout out Super Chat, Gerald Roden. I feel like the Niners played themselves trying to sell Jimmy throughout the season. What y'all think?
I'm done. Y'all got it. I said my soliloquy.
Feel like they played themselves. I mean, they did more than play themselves. but to keep it PG, to keep them out, yes, they absolutely played themselves.
Yep.
And they honestly thought that us going to the NFC Championship game was going to make teams say, "We need this guy." And I've heard people say it like, because we talk so bad about Jimmy Garoppolo that we've driven down or diminished his value. I hate to break it to you, but we're not the only people that watch football.
Amen to that.
We're not the only people that can see what's happening.
Yep.
Other people can see it. We're not the only ones who are talking about Jimmy Garoppolo this way. Turn on Good Morning Football. Turn on any show on Fox Sports 1.
Go subscribe to Ryan Clark.
What they say, is a majority of what they say is not positive about Jimmy Garoppolo. So it's not the 49ers fan base that's driving down Jimmy Garoppolo's value. It's Jimmy Garoppolo and his limitations and his poor play and his injury history.
Right.
And his
other people are seeing this. Breezy just commented on one of my videos on Mo's Nose. I did a mock draft for the Panthers. I'm going through all 32 teams, doing a mock draft for each one of them.
Please subscribe to his YouTube channel. It is streaming on his channel right now. I need everybody in this chat to go to his YouTube channel and subscribe.
Love you, Breezy. Appreciate that. But Breezy commented on that video and said they need to come get Jimmy Garoppolo. And a Carolina Panthers fan, 30 seconds.
Said hell to the no.
30 seconds after Breezy wrote that comment, he came and said, hell no. That's all he said. And I commented, I said, why don't you want Jimmy Garoppolo? And I wasn't saying that like, yo, you're crazy for not wanting him. I'm actually curious as to what someone outside of this fan base says as to why they don't want Jimmy Garoppolo as a starting quarterback for their team. And I guarantee you it has nothing to do with what 49ers content creators or 49ers fans are saying about Jimmy Garoppolo. It's what people are seeing with their very own eyes. Point blank, period.
Yeah. I have, let me tell you, I was telling Breeze this the other day. I have friends that I have followed the NFL just like I followed the 49ers. I didn't just follow the Niners, like I followed the whole NFL since I was a kid. I'm going to tell you this. I have friends that are fans of pretty much every single team we have in the National Football League. And I know what they think. For some reason, a lot of 49er fans think that the only people that watch 49er games are 49er fans. Every single team has their fans that watch 49er games. They see Jimmy Garoppolo. And I got asked so much while I was doing all this breaking news and stuff for the NFL. I was trying to put those out there this year for free agency. I got asked so many questions and had so many conversations with just different people on social media from different teams. They're fans, content creators, the whole 9 yards, who just were in disbelief. They're like, you guys have come so close to winning the Super Bowl. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It just seems like the common denominator to me is your quarterback. I didn't start that conversation. That came at me. When you had people that thought that Jimmy Garoppolo was going to the Colts, man, if you guys had went on them Colts pages, man, they was hot. They was fire hot about it. They did not want him. Then you go to the the Washington Commanders. Now, that's what they are, yeah. And they said they would rather have Jameis Winston than Jimmy Garoppolo. These are outside. This is what the outside looks like. I put on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, like about 2 weeks ago, about the perception of what you see. In-house is so different than what happens outside. Outsiders see this limited quarterback. They see the 49ers. Man, y'all are deep as hell. I don't understand why. Man, I just don't understand this. I wish we had all them awesome players like you guys had. And blah, blah, blah. Mose, you know what I'm talking about. They always say that. Talking about, man, you guys got ballers on your squad. Man, there's no reason why you know what I'm saying? Don't you guys get sick of that? People in the chat, like, don't you guys get sick of people saying that? Talking about how awesome your team is, man. All you guys need is a quarterback to take you guys over the top.
You know, we can list 10 quarterbacks right now. If they were on the 49ers, we probably would have won the last 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Okay.
We probably would have won the last 3 Super Bowls with 10 different quarterbacks in the league right now. And to put it in more perspective, because I think Preachy knocked it out of the park, but let's add more context and more perspective. The teams that need a quarterback right now
didn't want him.
Let's look at Houston. Houston rather see what they have with Davis Mills after acquiring a boatload of picks.
Yep.
And instead of going after Jimmy Garoppolo, Seattle is probably weighing. Seattle and Carolina are probably 2 teams that are weighing. Do we want Jimmy Garoppolo or do we want Baker Mayfield, whose own team, who just traded for Deshaun Watson and gave him $230 million guaranteed, said that he's not an adult?
Right.
So you're talking about somebody with a character flaw that could potentially ruin your locker room culture. And teams are debating whether they'll have him over Jimmy Garoppolo because they'll take the character flaw and feel like we can develop him as a person and as a man over limited physical ability and being able to be a good quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
The Atlanta Falcons chose to go with Marcus Mariota. The Saints are going with crab leg Jameis. This is what's happening around the league right now.
Yes.
I mean, a lot, but okay, that's true. And I have to push back. The context, though, is Jimmy's hurt or he's recovering from the surgery. But again, they still chose those quarterbacks.
Okay, but let me say this one thing about the Houston Texans. Who's the GM of the Houston Texans?
Nick Caserio.
Where did Nick Caserio come from?
New England.
Don't you think that if someone
No, because he's hurt.
knows what Jimmy Garoppolo
they won't do it.
I'm telling you. I'm
They
telling you.
They won't do it, Peachy, only because they don't have the assurance.
But there was a rumor. Okay, we had a rumor about the Colts, right? That the Colts were interested at one point in seeing about Garoppolo, right? And then we had a rumor that Washington may have been the one that was blah, 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 and all this stuff. Okay, I never heard shit about the Texans saying anything, like any kind of rumor, any kind of sparse, nothing about Jimmy at all.
Well, then if that's the case, neither did any of the other teams that needed quarterbacks other than the 2 that you said that there was rumors. So,
but the one that I'm saying is that you would think that Caserio would be one of the ones that would at least reach out and something would, you know what I'm saying? There was no kind of rumors. That's what I'm saying.
The reason why I never thought that the Texans would be a team for Jimmy Garoppolo is because the motherfuckers ain't trying to win now. They're rebuilding. They've gotten rid of a lot of players. They've recouped their salary cap. They got hella draft picks. They're looking toward the future. Jimmy's not the future there. The reason why I thought that the reason why I thought that the Commanders would be the team is the simple fact that they have the pieces. They have the defense. They have the coach. They have the offense weapons. All Jimmy got to do is plug and play, learn their system, and be good. And then the reason why I thought the Saints, they're built the same way minus the coach. But they got the pieces. They got a defense. They got edge rushers. They got a squad. They just need a guy. But like Mo said, they chose crab leg Winston or finger licking, whatever that was.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm sorry. That was the.
Don't do,
I'll never. That's
don't
the
do
only
eat it. Don't do eat a
visual.
W. That is the worst
Oh,
pregame speech
so
That was
I've
gross.
ever
nasty.
seen in
That's,
my
he
life.
probably started spreading COVID.
He said,
He may
"Who
have
want to
started.
eat?" He
That's
said,
a good point, Breezy. He probably did.
Who want to eat a W today?"
That's probably
And
how the NFL
nobody
guys.
responded, bro.
That was that was so.
Yo, that's a good one, Breezy. I like that.
Bam Bam. This is a good point, Bam Bam. This is a good point because
Peyton Manning.
technically we have to look at this year when Trey Lance. If Trey don't speak it to it exists, this motherfucker, I will. When Trey Lance starts at quarterback this year, it's his rookie season.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I like this. I totally forget about Peyton Manning's rookie beginning years in Indianapolis.
That's
you know
horrible.
what I mean? Totally forget about it because he became a legend.
Mm-hmm.
So you forget the struggles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe Montana wasn't all that great when he came in, right? And now he's a legend. Arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, right?
Right.
Don't nobody care that Brett Favre was a gunslinger and threw a bunch of picks throughout his career? Don't nobody care about that?
No. Why? Super Bowl wins and legend.
Yeah.
Facts.
You got to get
That's
to
a
the
good
big
point.
game.
Thank you for the contribution. Chrissy! Montana Clark.
She says, I can't wait for this to be over. I just want
know.
the 2022 team in place to get excited about. Peachy, I'm older than you.
What, by 30 seconds, if that?
Probably not much. Thank you, Chrissy, for the super chat. We appreciate it. Me too.
Listen,
I'm real excited. I'm ready to get excited about this year. I would feel better if we had everyone in place, which means we had Jimmy Garoppolo gone off this team, gone to whatever team he's going to, so that they could seriously wrap their arms around Trey Lance and focus on getting the best product out there on the field. That's all I care about. I'm very excited about this season. I just do not like this right here. Andy Reid brought up something very interesting. He said that he kind of sees this as an Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes situation. That's what he's
I
looking
saw
at.
that.
Yeah.
I was trying to understand it.
The same thing
She sent me a tweet.
that he's trying to say, because they had Pat Mahomes that set for the first year behind Alex Smith, because Alex had got them to the first round of the playoffs. I think that he lost the Titans, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Titans beat them. And then Pat Mahomes took over the following year. And that's what Andy Reid is saying. That's pretty much what the 49ers have done. We went to the NFC Championship game, and now it's time for Trey Lance to take over. So that's kind of what Andy Reid was trying to say. That's why he kind of looked like the same situation that they were in. That's what he said.
Yeah, but they also moved Alex Smith.
Do what now?
They also moved Alex Smith.
Which is my whole point. That's what Andy Reid was trying to get at. He was like, it's time to move this.
Okay.
Yes. That's why I said it. Because Andy Reid is pretty much saying, like, I see this going down, the same road that we had to go down to with Alex Smith and Pat Mahomes. And they moved Alex Smith, just like I still believe that Breezy might be right. Before week 1, Jimmy Garoppolo will probably be moved, because you can't. I think Andy Reid is trying to basically say, this is a formula for you to do that. Like, this is what you need to do right here, so that your quarterback will be at his most productive. You got to move him.
I don't see the tweet. I hope it was the right Breezy you tagged, but I tell you what, if they want Jimmy Garoppolo, I would drive Jimmy Garoppolo to Seattle with Jimmy in the car. He could sit in the front seat too. I could let Jimmy sit in the front.
Is that what Ollie said?
I would send him there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he can go to Seattle. I wouldn't be. Who's afraid to send Jimmy Garoppolo to Seattle?
I'm not.
I think we said this on the show, Mose and Peachy.
We talked about it.
If Jimmy Garoppolo and Pete Carroll beats Kyle Shanahan, can we pack Kyle Shanahan's bags too?
Oh, we can pack him up and ship him off to Czechoslovakia.
Somewhere, anywhere, but here. But yeah, send him. I'm not. That's the funny thing. I don't think that the 49ers are opposed to sending him anywhere. I just think that they are currently looking for a taker.
Yeah.
Takes two to trade, guys. Takes two to trade. Listen, great freaking show. I want to do the draft because it's mock draft Monday. I'm not sure if anybody wants to jump on. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the link in the chat for those that, first person that click on it is going to be the guest on the show tonight. All right. So we do one person. So whoever clicks it first, boom, it's there. I just want to see some of the, the people that's been in the show all night long. I just want to see some of their posts pop up there, man. We truly appreciate all the contributions.
Absolutely.
All the contributors out there. Thank you for helping us keep this show going in the off season. We couldn't do it without you. We appreciate you. Mose, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set up, but how about you tell them about the show we're going to do tomorrow so that they can tune in tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, Breezy and I are back at it. You saw a couple of weeks ago, we did our Nitty Gritty Niners Top 100. We went through the entire pool of eligible prospects. We found 100 players that would more or less likely be available for the 49ers when we are on the clock during the 2022 NFL draft. So we have our list of 100 players, and the episode tomorrow, now we will rank those players from 1 to 100. So we are finalizing our big board. Tune in tomorrow. You guys don't want to miss that.
You definitely don't want to miss it. And guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. I'll be doing the Daily Talk daily. All right. So don't forget to tune into that as well. You'll find that right here on the YouTube channel. Nina Rick, man. Nina Rick has a contribution. All right, let me turn this off because I can't see anything anymore. But Nina Rick definitely has a contribution. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quick. Niners are praying someone lose. It's not funny. We're not laughing to get anybody hurt. But this is it.
Yes.
This is it. And Mo spoke about it earlier on the show.
Yes, he did.
Nina Rick has said it will be just the 49ers' luck that all 32 starting quarterbacks and backup quarterbacks will be healthy all 17 games of the 2022 season. It'll just be our luck. You know what I mean? And so,
and you know what the additional poetic justice would be?
What would that be?
If one of those starting quarterbacks got hurt after the trade deadline is passed.
To where we can't trade them?
To where we can't trade them because the trade deadline is gone.
You know what, Mose? They'll call you Nostradamus if that happens, but you might want to change your profile picture, change your name, change your address, because they're going to come and get you. Because they coming. They coming.
This is Mostradamus.
Mostradamus, man. That'd be crazy, y'all. Sean says, thanks for your donations to Sean's Super Chat 401k.
I love you, Sean. That dude, man.
Sean, I'm no longer responding to your text messages after that one. Okay. Bo West 13 says, simple. They got Trey because of Jimmy's limitations. Bingo! And injuries. Yeah, we forgot about the injuries, even though he was pretty much injured, but he played this year. He played horribly down the stretch and got hurt during that span. We rolled the dice. See? Sometimes it's just luck. Sometimes it's just luck. And Chrissy, I just want to respond to this because we all like Jimmy. It's just that all his limitations have run out. Like, it's time to move forward.
It is.
You know, just like you said, we got Rick the Ruler going to draft with us. All right. That's going to be dope. Rick the Ruler, get ready. We're going to bring you in shortly. And so, Chrissy, I agree. Like, it's just time to move forward so we can start taking whatever we're going to get with Trey Lance is going to be. I can tell you right now, y'all, Trey Lance ain't going to be no bust.
No, absolutely not.
Wait, Peachy, that wasn't right. Let me say it right. Trey Lance isn't going to be a bust. I wanted to make sure I say it in proper English and not use a double negative because people will call me out on every little typo, double negative, everything they can do. That's how we do, right?
No, he's absolutely not going to.
All right. Rick the Ruler is no longer on there, and I'm hoping he'll come back and we can get this draft started. All right, Peachy Mose, check this out, right? So the 49ers I want this, if we do this draft, let's be aggressive, right? Now, Mose, I want to change it up a little bit. Because I want you to technically be that GM that makes the executive decision. And
Okay.
Peachy and I will be calling like Adam, right? We'll do that. But I want you to tell us if the scenario makes sense, especially when the trade presents itself.
Got you.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And if somebody jumps in, we're not gonna prolong the show. All right, because you guys have been rocking with us for almost 2 hours. We want to be done at within the 2 hour mark. All right, let's go ahead and start this joint. All right, you ready? Here we go. So we won't look for trades, but if trades come to us, Mose will give us that executive decision. Now, Peachy, what are we looking to draft first? Mose doesn't get to help us in this draft. Only when we go to him for assistance. What do you want to draft first? I personally think we should either go edge or offensive guard. What do you think?
No, we definitely need to go edge first.
Okay, so you want to go edge 1st? All right, so then we're gonna give Mose some choices.
All right.
All right, and here we go. We got our first trade. Now we could trade back and get an extra 5th round pick.
Ooh, that's our magic. That's our magic round.
That's the magic round. It's a later, it's an earlier 5th round pick, I think, than the one that we currently have.
When the magic happens.
All right. And we have to give up that 61st pick, which means we won't draft 61st. We're only moving back 15 spaces. Mose, what you say?
Although we do seem to draft well in the 5th round, I think moving back here 15 spots may cost us a good player that we want, especially if you guys are saying you want to attack edge first. I'd stay here to make sure that you get the guy that you want, because at 15 picks, he could be gone, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 could be gone.
Gotcha.
If there's a run in this spot. So I wouldn't move here. Even though we do draft well in the 5th round, I wouldn't move here. Make sure you can get your guy.
Okay. So we'll decline this and we'll see who's available. We're going to focus on edge because Peachy wants to focus on the edge. Oh, snap. They got some guys. Now, Peachy, I'm going to let you pick the guys. I'm going to do my best to help break these guys down, right? So Logan Hall, problem. Like, beast out of Houston. I actually like the school of Houston. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not a 3-4 guy, not a 4-3 guy. He can straight up fit anywhere, as you can see. I'm not sure about his speed and what he tested. If he did the combine, because can't get this stupid thing to work all of a sudden. So I could just check the speeds. Here we go. My favorite pick is Benito, because I just want the clone of D Ford. That's what I want. I'm not a huge fan of Enagbear. Josh Pascal out of Kentucky, not a huge fan. My 2 selections would be, my 3 would be Drake Jackson, Nick Benito, and Sam Williams. Who would you pick as an edge?
It's Benito.
Okay. He ran a 4.54. Nick Benito's numbers are impressive. He ran a 4.54. He didn't test well. Like, he didn't do super great in the jump. Yo, Trayvon Walker is gone? Shoot.
Trayvon, listen, there's articles out there saying that Trayvon Walker,
I heard,
he might leap at Aiden Hutchinson and be the number 1 overall.
I heard, bro.
I saw that. That's crazy, because I just can't. Man, that's
All right, Mose, I'm intrigued to know who you would go out of these edge rushers. Oh my God, they tied it. What the fuck? Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I'm a fan of Enagbear, Jackson, Benito, and Sam Williams.
Yeah, those are like,
Those would be my 4.
Who would fit best for us?
Personally, I think it would, and I like Benito. I think it would be between Drake Jackson and Sam Williams.
Okay,
that's just me personally. I wouldn't be mad at Nick Benito, but
Drake, I feel like they're 3-4 guys. What is Drake? What is Drake's 6'2.5", 254? That's a good size.
That's D Ford.
Yeah, he could stand up. He don't got to put his hand in the dirt. Peachy, let's go Drake.
Okay.
Let's go Drake.
All right.
We're going Drake. Drake has been selected now. We didn't make a trade, but if the phone rings, There it is. Minnesota is trying to let us trade back up. Now we would have to give up. I'm all for trading 2022 picks, but Mose, that's the offer.
They're trying to give us 77.
They
So we
want
moved
us
up
to.
from 93.
We give up a 6th and a 7th the next year.
Oh, the 7th is next year?
Mm-hmm. This is a no-brainer for me, but I'm just.
Get that done. Get that done.
So now, Peachy, I feel like we should go offensive guard. If you know the guard. Oh, there's my guy. I'm a Parham guy. I don't know why people don't like this guy. Go watch the Senior Bowl. If you don't want to watch his games in Memphis, just watch the Senior Bowl. He lines up his guard, and they had him take snaps at center.
Yep.
And you know who he was manhandling? Travis Jones out of Connecticut, who's like probably one of the top defensive tackles in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, can we draft him, please? He could play right and left.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom. So damn, 3, 2, 1. Mose, we can move up to number 80 and pick again and look for that safety that we need, but we got to give up a 4th.
So we give up 134.
You got to give up 134.
But we move up 25 spots.
25 spots, bro. Be aggressive.
Yeah, you said be aggressive. I mean,
aggressive.
We have an opportunity to get a better player at pick 80 instead of pick 105.
That's instead of in the 4th round.
And with the way that we're signing players, we're holding on to guys that we think that we should let go because they're familiar with this team, this roster, the schemes that we're running. We may not have that many available roster spots.
Okay.
So maybe we don't need 9 picks. We don't need to bring in a crop of 9 or 10.
Point.
That's a great point.
Make it happen.
That's the point. That is
Make
the
it happen.
point. All right, it's done. Accepted. All right, Peach. Let's go look at. Let's see who's available on the big board. Let's see. We don't really need to address the. Ooh, my guy Marcus Jones is there. See, this ain't fair.
No, I like Alante Taylor. I mean, I'm not. I'm just supposed to.
I know you. I know you like Taylor.
I like Alante
why do you
Taylor.
like Taylor over Jones, bro?
I love Taylor.
I love his.
So tell me why y'all like Taylor over Jones.
I watched him a lot this year.
I love his speed. I love his instincts.
Marcus Jones didn't do the combine, so
he's from UT.
I'm sorry,
so
he didn't run in the combine.
Watched him a lot.
No. But Alante Taylor, I love his speed,
4.36, yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
4.36.
Yeah.
But look, man, Marcus Jones can play 4 positions, yo.
I know.
And they're in the chat. They want us to get a wide receiver. So let's look at those two. I like Alec Pierce. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. Bo Melton is there. Y'all gonna be mad because I feel like
for me, I think the value's too.
It's not here yet.
Yeah.
But the receiver that I would like to get, Tyquan Thornton, out of Baylor.
Oh yeah, speed for days.
Speed. All you gotta do is run down the field and be there and catch the ball. Who you see, bro? I'll slow down.
I know we don't need him per se.
You see a linebacker, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, tight end.
James Cook's still on the board.
The running back?
Yes.
He is.
James Cook's still on the board.
Now we can use logic in real life because the 49ers actually brought him in to talk to him.
Yep. They did.
They also brought in Marcus Jones.
Yeah, they did. We did that too. So I mean, here's what I like about Marcus Jones: it's the versatility, right? Obviously, he's going to come in and he's going to be nickel. If we need him to shift outside, he can do that.
Yep.
And then if Ray McDonald isn't Ray McLeod isn't what we thought he was going to be.
Yep.
Marcus Jones can offer you versatility and punt and kick return.
Yep.
Or if you want McLeod to just focus on punt return, but you put Marcus Jones on kick return, that way you kind of keep both of those guys healthy.
Fresh.
I mean, he does offer you that. But I mean, for me, like I said, when I look at tape of Alontae Taylor, he reminds me a lot of Byron Murphy. That's a guy that we see twice a year. And
Yep.
Byron Murphy plays absolutely fantastic against
I
us.
like it.
in Arizona.
So
You preaching, bro. I'm gonna let Peachy make this pick. Y'all not gonna put this one on me, Ricky Bobby.
Well, if I get one of my UT guys, especially a good one, then I'm gonna get him.
Okay. So
So,
Alontae Taylor's the pick.
Alontae Taylor.
All right, there you go. So we addressed the cornerback position, the edge, and the offensive line so far. Let's see where we go. I think we traded that 105 pick, so I think we pick again at 134 in the 4th round.
nope, we traded it.
Oh, we did trade it. My bad. So we don't pick again to the 5th round. And look, wide receivers are going. Now they're making the runs. As long as Tyquan Thornton is there, we good. And look, Tyson Anderson is still there at safety. Ooh, we got some time. 176, I think we don't pick two. I thought we picked up an extra 5th.
Oh,
172. All right, here we go.
He's starting to move up boards.
Yeah. Who you looking at? Who you looking for?
My guy from Baylor, yo. I really like that kid a lot. JT Woods.
Oh, JT Woods. Yeah, he gone.
Yeah, he gone.
All right. So Marquise Bell, Leon O'Neal. I think we pick again at 187. So we should get us a safety. Brian Cook is there too. I like Brian Cook out of Cincinnati.
For me, I'm even at the strong safety position. I want somebody with ball skills.
Yeah. So who you looking at off that list?
Go back to the safeties real quick.
My bad. And then I definitely want to check the wide receivers too.
From this list, if I'm looking at somebody with ball skills, it would be Verone McKinley.
Oh, out of
Oregon or Marquise Bell.
Yeah, I'm high on Bell, but I wouldn't mind McKinley. Peachy, what are your thoughts on those two safeties?
I like McKinley
I do like McKinley.
from Oregon. I like him a lot.
All right, so if we go safety, let's go McKinley. Let's go look at the wide receivers.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you got Romeo Doubs up there. Tyquan Thornton is
There's
just
your boy Tyquan.
Yeah,
Still
he's my guy. I feel like we can get him at 186.
Oh, Justin is still there too.
Justin and Ross is still there.
Okay.
Oh, I love Justin Ross.
I love Justin Ross, and here's the only problem that I have.
Mm-hmm.
If it was me, I'd take him. Knowing the history of the 49ers, though,
they won't take
and
him.
drafting players with injury history, I think we've done that so much that now we're at a point where we won't do it. But I think if Justin Ross can find a way to stay healthy, he's going to be a problem in this league for a long time.
So Kelly's saying Leon O'Neal Jr.
at the safety position. That's where he's good. He does have ball skills. He has ball skills. I know we don't pay attention to their 40 speed. I mean, we do, excuse me. His football speed, though, looks faster than his actual 40.
A lot of people are like that. Like what they run and what they time in straight line speed in a 40, especially coming out of we got to understand that some of these guys are fast, but a lot of them, they're coming out of that track stance, which is not normal for them.
And for football, yeah.
And it's not a normal football motion to come out of that track stance. So being down that low, leaning on like how they set up with their finger, like sometimes that's difficult. So putting all of that weight down and then having to put your hand up and worrying about if homie's going to blow the whistle because you didn't hold it for 3 seconds. Like a lot goes into running at 40. Like it's not just I'm going to get on the line and run as fast as I can. So there's a lot of mechanics to that. So you're definitely going to see a lot of guys who run fast in the 40, but then you're going to see other guys who are quicker than fast, and their on-field play speed is different from when they won the 40. I mean, we have a ton of examples on our team right now. Look at Talanoa Hufanga.
Yeah,
he plays faster than he timed in a 40. So,
but when he's running and to get his angles, his speed is slow. Like you can see that he has a slower speed than some of just not running the straight line, but even running on that diagonal. But I like the way he plays. I still think he has time to develop. I don't
Yeah,
think he's gonna get
absolutely.
faster.
And I
But
and I
but
think he'll play faster when he's
once
not
he starts
thinking.
when he's not thinking, once you know how Ambry Thomas was struggling because he was thinking too much.
Thinking too much.
That's how I feel Hufanga will be. But he needs the reps. But he's not ready. I think there's safeties in this draft that can outplay him right now. And I
Oh,
think
absolutely.
Leon
There's a
O'Neal
ton of them.
Jr., I'm not saying he can outplay Hufanga, but he might think less and play. He just might understand football. You know what's cool? You heard Adrian Colbert say that last night. He
Yep.
was like, yo, he wasn't learning the playbook. He just was out there thinking you could just go and play football, and he had to learn the X's and O's. I never thought it was that deep. You know what I'm saying?
And what you just said, I'm glad you pointed that out. Just like everything, just like life, it's a healthy balance. There's some times where you just have to go out on your athleticism and your ability to play football. And there's other times where you have to rely on the X's and O's and the scheme and where you're supposed to be on a particular play in a particular, coverage scheme. Like you have to think about that. And then there's other times where it's just go play football and be a football player. So you see that guys who come in and don't focus on the X and O's and just rely on their athleticism and they're out of position and they get beat and they look bad. But then you have other guys who know all the X's and O's and are always thinking about the X's and O's, but they don't trust their instincts. They don't trust their gut, their gut, and they don't shoot their gun when they're supposed to.
Bam.
So it's a healthy balance of having both, especially when you get to this level.
Niner Signer podcast says, what are your thoughts on Yusef Corker from Kentucky? Because he is on the board. Right now, we're toying between the safety and the wide receiver right now. And we got one more pick, and then we're out.
I hate to say this because in some instances it really doesn't matter, but with Yusef, I love the athleticism of the player. What I struggle with is the competition that he played against. Because if you see, his best game was against Missouri. His worst game was against Alabama,
which was better.
When you go against those top tier schools, and you can't hold your own, which is what I've seen on film. When he goes against other bona fide future pros, he struggles. When he goes up against a team where those guys are fringe pros who could be late round picks or undrafted free agents who will be struggling to make a team, then he plays a little bit better. So I don't know if it's a mind thing, knowing that I'm going up against Alabama and LSU and Clemson, where I know these guys are going to the league.
Yes.
As opposed to playing against guys who are just on a team because college football can hold up to 100 plus players. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would need to see him against top competition a little bit more and see him turn it on and flip that switch and not worry about who it is, but just play football. He has the athletic ability to do it, but I think sometimes he lets his mind get the best of him.
Well, Niner Sickness said good point. So thank you for that, Mos.
All right, Peachy, who you want to go with? McKinley, or you want to go with? I like Verone McKinley. I think that'd be a good pick. Let's go ahead and do it. And I'm going to grab Tyquan Thornton if he's available.
I mean, we right back on the clock at 187.
He's there, and he's going to be a 49er.
There. So there you go.
For those that don't know about this guy, he's a one-trick pony. He just runs fast down the field, and boom, that's his game. We haven't had a guy that could take the top off the D in a long time because we haven't had a quarterback that could throw the ball down the field past 30 yards.
Now we got one.
Now we got one. It's like Mo said.
All right, so we've addressed some positions on this team. We gave away one of our 6th-round picks, and we are almost done. All right,
didn't we take Dylan Parham?
We did take Parham. Yes, we did.
It's not. Oh, we took Parham and Alontae Taylor. I don't know why they're not crossing off interior O-line. And
I know it's a boo-boo. It's a mistake. Yeah. There is an offensive tackle that I would like to get. and his name is Logan Burris as well. Oh, they're gone.
Logan Bruss from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Bruss and I liked Luke, my man from Western Michigan, but he gone. All right.
Who else is under best available?
Let's see. Demir, we don't need another cornerback. Marquise Bell is still there. Leon O'Neal is there. Edge, receivers. We got to get a running back. My running back is gone? Come on, Gina. Ain't
Cook
nobody.
Smoke Sports says great pick, Breezy.
Good looks. Come on, my man. There he is.
Oh, Ty Chandler's still here, and my guy Devontae Price still here too.
Oh, I didn't see Price. There he is.
Right there. Price still here.
Who would you pick out of those two, man?
I'm going with the bigger back, but I like Ty Chandler because of what he could do as far as pass catching out of the backfield.
I tell you what, man.
But I feel like we got that. I feel like we got that out of Elijah Mitchell. If Jimmy would have kept throwing him the ball in the NFC Championship
but Elijah
game,
don't got that 4.38 speed.
Right.
Nah, he don't.
But the cool thing is,
well, he was supposed to though, wasn't he?
Nah, what was Elijah Mitchell's 40, yo? That shit wasn't in no 4.3s.
Nope, and Mostert's gone, so we no longer have that.
Which
now,
confuses me because how we gonna do a lot of this outside zone stuff without that speed? We saw how it hindered us last season, and it probably was what was getting Elijah Mitchell hurt. But we don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah. So
damn it!
No, it
says need to do that.
Mitchell's speed is elite. He reportedly clocked a 4.32 to a 4.38 40-yard dash at his pro day on March 29th.
What?
Okay. That was at his pro day. All right.
He don't look like that.
Now he don't run at no 4.
He doesn't run like that when he's out there.
Can't be getting caught from behind. So,
do we think that has something to do with the injury? Because I remember reading this. I was like, Elijah Mitchell's supposed to be a burner. He was supposed to be a 4.3 guy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. My bad.
I mean, I agree with y'all. That's not what we saw. Like, he got hawked a lot, but it's like he's supposed to have it. So I'm wondering if injuries hindered.
It could be, bro. Other than we still drafted their running back,
or there's just that big of a difference between 4.3 and 4.2. Because Mostert's a 4. Isn't he 4.2 or is he 4.33?
All I know is
I feel like
we draft a running back.
I would love to have Tariq Cohen pockets of cheesecake.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he can't clear a physical, so he ain't gonna get a job no time soon. I know
exactly. He absolutely won't.
Most was 4.32. So
maybe there's a big difference. So these 4.38s ain't gonna mean nothing then. Because in college, they 4.3 look like 4.3, but that's college. Guys ain't as fast. They're not as big.
Right, that's college.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So they look like 4.3. I really want Ty Chandler, but I kind of want this Price. I want to.
You know why? But you know why I want Price? Because I'm tired of the smaller back that gets nicked and dinged up.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's 6'2", 215, and still running a 4.3.
All right, let's go. Price is it.
See, you are right about that, Mr. International. He said Mitchell looking more like a 4.5 right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Exactly.
You couldn't have told me he ran a 4.3.
No. Yeah, I didn't remember that somehow.
I'm with you, Cook Smoke Sports. We needed speed. We got a running back with speed. We got the fastest wide receiver in the draft. We got one of the fastest running backs in the draft. There's only two faster running backs than Devontae Price. So we answered our draft with speed.
Yes.
We got Donald Parham, who ran a pretty fast time in his 40 as an offensive guard. We addressed it with speed. That's exactly what we did. We drafted the need for speed. That's gonna be the name of this draft. Need for speed. All right. Now this was our mock draft, NGN talk. Mock draft 6.0. I don't know. We just making up the numbers.
I think it was 6. I think it is 6 though, for real.
Okay, here we go. Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you're going to be at the draft and you want to come party with your boy Breezy, because I'll be out there, I'm going to be looking to like hook somebody up with a little discount on the first night tickets. Now, how do you get that discount? Well, you have to DM me, and then I'll give you the code for the ticket. So if you DM me on IG or Twitter or whatnot, and I'll give you the code, the link to buy the ticket, and you'll get it be able to use the code to save $25 on your tickets. Then you're gonna party with your boy Breezy, Fred Warner, Elijah Mitchell, John Chapman, my man, like everybody's gonna be there. It's gonna be a really good time. All right. So if you want to be in the building, my man Jason Aponte is gonna be in there too. I think Chrissy's gonna be there. Like it's gonna be like a dope time. You don't want to miss out. Let me know. I'll give you the code for their tickets. All right, man. Listen, I had fun on tonight's show. I hope you guys had a blast. That was a really cool mock draft. We haven't done one by ourselves because we did the last one with Dion. And that was pretty cool. Like, and we were aggressive. I think that's what we're gonna see. Because Peachy, you said that John Lynch couldn't be aggressive in free agency.
Right.
But he has 9 picks and he could be aggressive in the draft.
Right.
All right. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Stay up, stay faithful, always keep it nitty, and always keep it what?
Gritty.
Thanks for watching, y'all. We out.